Welcome to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. In this segment, Pat presents her idea for matching literary agents with projects they want to pursue, sort of an online dating site for manuscripts. Pat and James discuss whether something like this could work in the publishing industry.
It's kind of a weird thing. I thought that it would be great if in publishing, instead of individual writers figuring out what each agent wants and agents getting all these random emails, 200 emails a week from people who either have done their homework or haven't, wouldn't it be great if there's this just big clearinghouse of artistic stuff on the web, like writing, for example, and sort of segmented by category. So fiction and then, genre or literary or whatever. And agents could just sit and go through that all day. And, there would be no fee for writers to upload their stuff. There might be a membership fee for agents to access that material. And then they could do the search engine for, I want, neo-noir, edgy, LGBTQ protagonists, like whatever the search engine was, and come up with maybe 10 people who'd uploaded their stuff. And so you're free to upload your stuff. And if you're a writer who has no experience and your stuff is terrible, that's no worse than you sending it to an agent and getting ghosted or, no reply. It's like, well, wouldn't that be more efficient?
I think that's a great idea. And it also addresses, so like I'll have a manuscript that I'm helping somebody try and find an agent for.
Yeah.
And, we'll say, what are the comp books? Like what are similar books that have succeeded? And then you'll go and look for that agent. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens a lot where you find that agent, you go to their website and they say, this is what I'm looking for. And it has nothing to do with that novel or that book.
Yeah.
And then they even say, I do not want. And that book that succeeded, they did very well with, would be considered in that category. And so then you think, well, what do I do here? Right. And it's interesting. I was watching a very small seminar panel discussion with an agent who was saying, yes, I represented X book that did amazingly well and has been turned into a movie and yada, 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 but I don't want those books.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's like, so as the person trying to figure all this out and, you're in the singles club trying to figure out who do you ask out.
Yeah.
I think that's a much better, that's like online dating, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Swipe right, Yeah.
And so it kind of, it takes away from the writer's perspective. You upload your stuff and you forget about it. Some writers are a little obsessive. They'll keep going back to see if anybody's looked at their listing lately. But personally, I'm not that type of writer. I would just upload my stuff and forget about it. And if I got an email, that'd be great down the road. And if I didn't get one, I'd take it down, take a look at it maybe in a few months and then put it back up again. So, there would always be ways to game that system from the writing perspective. But I think it would save everybody so much time and money and effort. I guess the big question would be who's going to build it and who's going to go on it.
Yeah. Well, and you could have two ways of so you would have from the agent side, a way for them to search for what they're looking for. And then from the submitter's side, you'd have a way to search for the agents who are the most likely to want to represent what you're doing and ways so that they can connect.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel, because the thing that I would feel is as somebody submitting is, how do I know I'm sending it into a black hole?
True. Yeah.
So I'd want some way to make sure that I have a sense that it's going where I want it to go.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be great. Yeah. Like,
well,
steal from online dating sites.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because they work,
Yeah.
People go there, they find dates, they have terrible experiences or great experiences or whatever experience.
Yeah.
But, it connects.
Yeah.
So
it does. They wouldn't still be around if they didn't connect.
yeah. Yeah. And it's popular. But I think that's a great idea.
Thanks.
I have a new goal. Start a business with Pat.
Oh my God, eh? So many goals, so little time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Has a similar system already been tried that you're aware of? After we had this conversation, I looked up whether something existed in other art forms, and there was a thing called Artsy.net, which matches art collectors to works of art. It won the TechCrunch Rookie Disruptor Award in 2010, and at first I believe it was open to basically any artist who wanted to upload their stuff, which is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of the online dating analogy for writing and agents who want to represent writing. However, now it looks like Artsy is more for high-end collectors and established artists. So I'm curious about what happened there. If anybody knows, please send us a note, drop a comment, or send us an email at giftedunderachievers@substack.com. Thanks for listening to Gifted Underachievers, and have a great rest of your day.